Hey guys, today we are reviewing Warface. Warface is a free-to-play first-person shooter that comes with a plethora of different modes and different guns that you can use. Today we're mainly going to focus on the multiplayer mode, but this game also does have co-op and a Battle Royale mode as well. So, what's the main differences of this game? One of the things that makes it different from others is it's class-based. Although there are some other first-person shooters out there that are class-based, this one is a little more important as far as the co-op goes. Not many people, in my experience playing it, were using it in multiplayer. There are 5 different classes that they have in the game. The first one is the Rifleman, the second is the Medic, third is the Engineer, fourth is the Sniper, and fifth is the SED class. And we'll go over each of those classes and what they do here in just a second. The main points of this video is to review a lot of the complaints I've seen about it and see what I found in the game. Was it true or was it not? The biggest thing is that this game is pay to win. A lot of people say that. You can look at the reviews on Steam and other places and they all say the same thing. It's pay to win. Now, my review of the game, it was kind of pay to win. Definitely feels like it. Might not be, but possibly is. That's our main take, but we'll get more to that and why I think it is in just a second. Now, on to the classes. So as I said, there's 5 different classes in the game. And we'll go through each one of them here quick and show you what their guns that they have available to them and what type of special abilities that they may or may not have. So the first up is a Rifleman. Riflemans can use the normal assault rifles, and LMGs are also available to them. And as I said, there's a plethora of guns in here, and they all do different damage, different RPM, different hip accuracy, aim accuracy, clip size, so on and so forth. So each class, for the most part, also has a secondary weapon, which is typically a pistol. A melee weapon, again, typically a knife, and also the ability to have frag, flash grenades, smoke, claymores, so on and so forth. The Rifleman's special ability is that he has an ammo pack that he can supply himself with more ammo or other teammates. This type of thing would probably come in handy more often in the co-op modes than it would in the multiplayer modes, but there may be some special situations in multiplayer what also may come in handy. Second class is the Medic. So medics are obviously going to come in handy a lot in co-op mode because you don't want people dying. You only have so many deaths that can happen in the game before the game resets. Their primary weapon that they carry is a shotgun, and these things do ridiculous amounts of damage. As you can see, this one does 600. What was that? 600 damage. That's a lot of damage. I think hit points wise, I think most people are at like 150 to start. That's a one-shot kill. No matter where you hit him, if you hit him in the chest or even the pinky toe, it's going to kill him. Again, they also have the secondary pistol, a melee knife, frag grenades. They also have the ability to have flash, smoke, and claymores as well. Now, the Medic has 2 different special abilities. They can either provide limited amounts of health to themselves and teammates, or if a teammate is dead, they also have the ability to revive them. Again, this is more of a co-op thing. However, in certain game modes like Search and Destroy, and limited time modes like that, it might work out better for that, but it may not. Just depends on the type of players you're with and the teammates that you have. Third class is the Engineer. Now, I like playing as the Engineer mainly because their primary weapon is SMGs, which are guns that I typically like in most games. They also have their secondary melee, frag, flash, smoke, and one of their special items that they get, different from other classes, is they get claymores as well. Claymores are extremely annoying. I'm sure we all hate them after playing Warzone, but they do have their place in certain situations. The Engineer special abilities, though, are the first one is a basic armor kit. This allows him to either replenish his armor or replenish the other armors of other players. Now, it says critical repairs to damage armor with basic kit. It's more or less you can replenish the armor that you lost by being shot. The second ability they have is they can revive a fallen SED character. Now, SED character, which we'll get to here in a second, is the special robot character or class that they also have within the game. He has a special ability to revive them. Another thing that's not mentioned here is Engineers can activate and deactivate bombs a lot faster in game modes like S&D or even in the co-op mode if there's bombs involved. They can do it in about 5 seconds, while a normal player like the Rifleman, Medic, and Sniper can only plant them in about 10 seconds. So it's about 50% more speed on that. Fourth class, and a favorite amongst a lot of people that I ran into in this game, is the sniper class. Again, just like the shotgun, most of these guns are a one-hit kill. Especially if it's a headshot, it's definitely going to kill them. They also get their secondary, their melee, their frag, flash, smoke, claymores, and all that fun stuff as well. They don't really have a special ability, other than the fact that they're able to knock players down by running into them or meleeing them. So, don't really see how that's real beneficial, but I guess some people could argue it is. I'd love to hear if it is. Please tell me why it's a useful feature. I don't understand it. Fifth and final class is the SED class. This is one of the newest classes, and it's a robot. That's what we got here. Robot with a minigun, looks like it's straight out of Terminator. So, this guy really doesn't do much but shoot things. Now, one of the things with this robot specifically is he has higher health. I'm sorry, not higher health. He has higher armor than the other 4 classes. However, once his armor's depleted, he is a squishy character, much squishier than the Rifleman, Medic, Engineer, or Sniper, and will die a lot faster once his armor's been depleted. So if you're running with an SED in certain game modes, an Engineer may be useful because if he gets hit a lot, he's going to die a lot faster. So let's get into the primary purpose of this video, is for you guys to see if the game is pay to win or if it's not, or take all the information and decide for yourself with playing it. So one of the things that this game has, being that it's free to play, they have to make money somehow. And the way that they make money is by some of these higher end guns that are a lot better, a lot more accurate, have higher damage, higher rates of fire, so on and so forth. You can see they require what are called credits in this game, and credits have to be purchased with real money. That's the only way to get some of these weapons. The other weapons that are available, you can see that they have just $250 next to them. They can be rented for a certain amount of time for that amount. So for 2 hours, you can get it for $250. For 7 days, it'll cost you $3,000. If you want to buy the gun permanently so you never have to rent it again, it's $10,000. So one of the things the game does is they give you around $9,000 to $10,000 some odd dollars when you start the game. So you can play this and get some of the better guns. However, you're going to have to be very careful with how you budget your money if you don't want to spend actual money on the game. Now, I will tell you, I have gotten destroyed by people who are using guns that you automatically unlock in the game through grinding. There are some guns that you unlock, not a lot that I've seen so far. However, I also have not played this game for, hundreds of hours like others have, and they could probably have more insight as far as what guns you can unlock. But the reason still stands that a lot of the guns you come across you getting killed with are ones that are purchased with actual money and not in-game currency. Now, aside from the credits and the cash, there are also things called crowns. These can be earned by doing co-op missions. The better the score that you get for your co-op missions with your team, the higher amount of crowns that you get. With the crowns, you can buy some of the elite items that are available in the shop. So if we look down here, you can see like this ANS Val, this Type 97 Elite. Those can actually be purchased with those crowns, with 1,000 crowns. Now, that means you're going to have to do co-op grinding to be able to get these guns, but there are other options available. So the real question stands, is the game pay to win? I wouldn't say it's 100% pay to win, but I will say that it does have that feel to it. And the other reason I say that is because alongside of this purchase cost, for renting some of the better guns, you also have to repair your armor and weapons that you have. So if we look at our armor here, you can see that there's a repair button. You actually have to repair some of these items. Now, some of them you don't have to. Some of them are infinite repairs. Like if I put this helmet on, there's no repair cost to it. It's always repaired. However, it's not the better one. This one has a better stat on it, and I have to repair it as it's damaged over time. And obviously, to repair things, it costs money. It costs the in-game cash that you use and you get from winning games. So with all that being said, the question still stands, is it a pay-to-win game? And I will say that it definitely has a pay-to-win strategy to it. It's definitely there, and it's definitely in your face. However, I've still gotten destroyed by people using all of the base weapons that come with the game. The other thing that makes this game very frustrating for me is, one, hackers. Definitely ran into a lot of those. The anti-cheat system does not seem to be as good as other games are that are currently on the market. There's several games I ran into where people were instant headshotting. They'd have like 5 to 10 deaths for the whole game, and they would have an outrageous amount of kills, and most of those kills would be headshots. You can definitely tell they were either using aimbot or they were using a wall hack of some sort. The other issue that I noticed in a lot with this game too is desync issues, where you die and you're around a corner, but it doesn't make any sense because you're like, how do they shoot you through the corner? How do they shoot you through the material? I don't know if there's any bullet penetration through different objects and things in the game. I didn't really see that. I didn't really feel like I could wallbang people that easily, but it definitely feels there's a lot of desync errors. Maybe there's some netcode issues. I don't know what the issue is, but it's definitely another very frustrating thing. So aside from all that, it's not new player friendly. You know, for some people, they may jump into the game and not care one bit at all that it's definitely got a pay-to-win strategy to it and can play it and enjoy it. That's great, but I think for most casual players, they're probably not going to enjoy the game a whole lot. Unless you're willing to spend money to buy better guns, or you want to spend a lot of time in the co-op mode, grinding stuff out to unlock more crowns. So, do me a favor, if you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe. There'll be more videos coming out soon. As well as if you played the game, if you think the game is amazing, tell me why. I would love to get some more insight as to what other people's preferences are on the game or their viewpoints are. Like I said, a lot of the people in the reviews said it's pay to win. But I want to hear more from the community. What are your thoughts? Or are there ways that you found the game was more enjoyable to play? So go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.